Hi, and welcome to C Programming for Arduino, a step-by-step guide. Every program you can think of can be reduced to a 5 basic program elements or steps. These steps are initialization step, input step, process step, output step, and termination step. When you first start to design a program, you should think of that program in terms of these 5 program steps. The purpose of initialization step is to establish the environment in which the program will run. Initialization step does whatever background preparation must be done before the program can begin execution to solve its primary task. For example, in Excel or Word or similar program, the file command frequently has a list of most recently used files. Internet browsers allow you to define a home page. A print program often has a default printer. A database program often establishes a default network connection. In all of these cases, data are fetched from somewhere and are used to establish some baseline environment in which program is to run. The input step is the sequence of program statements that are necessary to acquire the information needed to solve the task at hand. Almost every computer program has a task that is designed to take some existing state of information, process it in some way, and show the new state of that information. For example, if you are writing a fire alarm system code, then you take the information provided by the fire sensors, interpret their current state, and if there is a fire, do something about it. If sensors shows no fire, then perhaps a second set of sensors is read and the process is repeated. Indeed, your program may do nothing for decades, but take a new readings every few seconds and determine whether some remedial action is necessary. The day may come when a fire is sensed and remedial actions are taken. Still, the entire process depends on inputting fresh data from the sensors in a timely fashion. So we can say that for fire alarm system, this is the input step. The process step is responsible for taking a set of inputs and processing it to get a new set of data. Continuing with our fire alarm program, once the input from the sensors is received, some body of code must be responsible for determining whether the sensors are detecting a fire. In other words, voltage corresponding to the temperature must be read or input and then interpreted or processed to determine the current state of the sensors. So, for fire alarm system, this is the process step where decision making is done on the basis of interpretations made on data received from the sensors. Let's take another example. Suppose we are writing a code for a desktop application which calculates total cost. Let's say data input is the price and quantity of some item purchased by the customer, and process step perform the task of calculations to determine the total cost to the customer. The process step here is not making any decisions. It is just calculating on the basis of input data obtained from the input step and giving an answer. It must be noted that a program may have multiple process steps. For example, with our total cost calculation program, there may be a process to determine the sales tax on the purchase. In this case, the process of determining the total cost of the order becomes an input to the process that calculates the sales tax. The sales tax and tax due could be inputs to yet another process, that is customer billing and updating a database. The output step is responsible for using the results of the process step. This utilization could be as simple as displaying the new data on a display device or passing that new value onto some other program. After the process step has finished its work, the new value is typically output on some display device. In our total cost calculation program, we might now display the total amount the consumer owes us. The output step, however, is not limited to simply displaying the new data. Quite often, the new data are saved or passed along to some other program. For example, a program may accumulate total cost of figures throughout the day and then update a database at night. So some other program can generate a sales report for management to review the next morning. Also, total cost values can be passed to text calculation program or process step. In our fire alarm system, output step may cause an LED for a particular sensor to continue to display a green color under normal conditions. If a fire is sensed, perhaps the LED displays red. So whomever is in charge, he can see which of the building is on fire. The termination step has the responsibility of cleaning up after the program is finished performing its task. In desktop application, it is common for the termination step to perform the initialization step in reverse. That is, if the program keeps track of most recent data files that were used, the termination step must update that list of files. If the initialization step opens a database or a printer connection, then the termination step should close that connection down, so unused resources are available on the system. Many microcontroller applications, however, are not designed to terminate. A fire alarm is likely designed to continue running forever as long as things are normal. Even then, however, there may still be a termination process that is followed. For example, if the fire alarm system has a component failure, then the termination process may try to identify the failed component before the system shuts down for the repairs. Perhaps the termination process deactivates the alarm before a maintenance shutdown. Simply stated, the termination process should allow for a graceful termination of the currently running program. So that's all for this video. Thank you for watching. Take care and goodbye.